Hello, hello. Everything sounds good. Let me mute this real quick. Right. So, hello everybody. Welcome to the Tabletop Inn. Join me at the tavern table today while I do a solo playthrough of Aquatica. I just got this game today. I just finished doing the unboxing of it. The video is going up on YouTube, and I couldn't stop myself. I want to play this game so bad. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited to see what kind of combos I'm going to be able to get. I think that's just the coolest part to me, is how combo crazy this game can get. So the solo, and another reason why I wanted to play this solo instead of just doing like a mock 2-player game is the solo variant really isn't that much different than playing a 2-player game. Obviously you don't have an automa player to manage, which is really nice. The only thing that happens in the solo play is whenever you return your you play a Matrona card or you scout, we'll talk about both of those in a minute, you have to place one of the enemies, your enemy player's manta on your on a goal, excuse me, and that happens every time you return your cards, flip your manas, things like that. Again, we'll talk about that in a minute. But as far as that's like the only difference. You are still playing the game the exact same way you would be when you're playing with other players. The other big difference is the character deck is cut by about half, so it does make the game go by pretty quick. I'm looking here to see what how the setup is for like a 2-player game, because that might actually be how it is for 2 players. Looking here real quick. So as per the usual, whenever I'm doing like a solo play, this is going to be more of like a I'm learning the game ahead of whenever we decide we want to play this together with me and my friends. So it's going to be a lot of me referring to the rule book, making sure I'm doing everything correctly. If anyone has any suggestions of what I could be doing differently, I'm always happy to take that to make sure I'm playing the game correctly. You know, I just want to play the game right. I'm looking through here real quick. Remove one set of, let's see. Follow stand up. Okay, setup is page 6. That's what I'm looking for. I want to see if I'm looking to see if these character cards, if the setup is the same as a 2-player game, or if it here we go. Each player chooses character cards. Ocean characters. Shuffle the ocean deck characters and place it on the bottom row of the shuffleboard. Take 6. Okay. 2 identical sets of cards. Okay, so there's 2 of every copy of the card. It doesn't say, so the other difference in setup is the character cards here. Let's see if I can get go ahead and switch to my overhead view, and I'll see if we can get a good look at these cards here. Let's see, here we are. Okay. So the cards that came out of the character deck are ones that have a circle on this bottom corner. I'm terrible at this because this is actually hard to do. So you can see there's a little icon right above my thumb. It's a diamond. What we're trying to replace for the solo variant was the circles, but they're all the same copy. So there's 2 megs, 2 healers, 2 turtle the treasures, and so on. We've got a deck of king cards here that I've shuffled pretty good. I'll shuffle them one more time here. And we're going to draw 3, and we'll get to choose 1 to keep. For the initial playthrough, I think the game recommends that you actually don't play with these king cards whenever you're playing with other people. And then afterwards, you just draw these randomly, or you can do a draft variant. I think whenever me and my friends go to do this, we're definitely going to do the draft variant instead of just drawing them randomly, so we can, whoops, well, it's not what I'm drawing on the bottom anyway. But whenever me and my friends go to play, we just like doing drafts versus just having the luck of the draw, because these are also tiebreakers. The lower number you have, I think it's either the lower or the highest number you have that breaks the tie. I'll look here in a minute after I draw 1, 2, 3, and we'll put these off to the side and we'll take a look at these. So first off, we've got number 6, Fanslot the Alluring. Ooh, interesting name. After you gain this lord, gain 2 manta. That's nice. Then place Fanslot in the box. Ah, nice. We've got Adela the Liberator. All players discard 1 character copy the effect of one of them. Not really useful for us since we're only doing the solo variant. We don't have cards to copy. We got Herbert the Forceful. After you gain this lord, we gain a 2 power manta, then place Herbert into the box. Very interesting. So definitely Adela is out. I think it's how I pronounce it, Adela. Looks like a, what's her name, Medusa looking thing, but mermaid form. So very nice. I love the artwork on these cards so far. I'm trying to do this for you. It's not working out so well. I apologize. So it's between Fancelot, which gains us, after we gain this Lord, we just gain a 2 money manta, or we get Herbert, who gives us a 2 power wild manta. So I'm looking out here. We've got the game set up. We've got all the character cards out. We've got the location cards out right here. Location cards. I'm kind of a neat freak. I want these to be in their boxes. So we've got the character cards. We've got the location cards. I'm looking at the location cards right now to see which one I want more. I obviously want more ones that score more, but I also want ones that I can combo more later on in the game. So I'm looking at right now this one here and this one here. This one gives you a lot of power after exploiting it. This one gives you quite a bit of money for exploiting it. This one also gives you some money for exploiting. Let's see. So this one also gives you power when you're conquering a red or a yellow icon card. Their icons are on the bottom right of these cards here. And we've got we got another red one out there. And we do have this yellow one out here as well. Let's see, that one costs 8 to conquer and 6 to buy. So right now, we really only have one money to play with. So I think we're going to be better off going towards conquering. Maybe. I really don't know. Could also go for that +2 money. So we'd have 2, 3. Let's see. So what we could do, we'll get this +2 wild manta. So we'll get, I'm looking at this one right here. So we get the +2 wild manta, we can flip it over, get 2, flip our own trained manta to get 3. Then we could play, let's see, we could play the Sea Lord to gain 1. So we could conquer this one. And then, let's see, that will also give us +2. So we get 2, and then, we really don't have any helpful character cards right now either. And I don't want to scout. This Sneaky Eel is looking at me right now, looking at me kind of funny. Hard decisions. Like I said, I think I kind of got shafted with starting creatures. I think we are just going to go ahead and do Fancelot the Alluring, and take the wild 2 money manta here. So this is the guy we're going for. Herbert the Forceful was the other one, which would potentially let us gain a 2 power wild manta. We'll cover those in just a minute. So I'm gonna put these over here, and we're gonna go ahead and pick up our +2 money wild manta. Nice to start with a wild manta. So now that I've got set up pretty much fully completed, let's go over the game real quick. So the object of the game is to get prosperity points, The main way to do that, and the main way to get a majority of your points, is going to be by scoring these locations. We can score these locations by conquering them or buying them during our main phase. And then after we've conquered them or bought them, we will put them on our player board down here, where we will be sliding them up and exploiting their different depths here. Some of them have different bubbles along the side, kind of like this card right here. It has bubbles all along the left side with different icons on them. The top one on this one is +2 money. There's also a fully raise icon. Then there's an empty one, and then there's another +2 icon at the bottom. So you can exploit these depths during your after you've played a card or before you've played a card to get that resource. Then after that, you are trying to buy or conquer one of these cards to put onto your player board. So that's the main object of the game. After they get to the very top of the board, you can score them by either playing this Wave Teller card, which lets us score 2 locations or raise 2, depending on the situation. That's one way to score. There's also different locations that let you score as well. The score icon is the left icon. It's kind of hard to see on the camera because I'm not holding it very still, so it can't focus. So that's the main object to get the most points, is by scoring these locations. Another way we're going to be getting points is by placing our trained mantas up there after gaining these goals. The first goal that is possible is we have to have discarded I believe. Hang on, let me look at the board now because I'm having look at the rule books. I'm having a bit of a brain fart on these. I know the left side bottom, this one right here, is having 5 locations in your player board. So basically having your player board full of locations. Let's see. This is set up. We're looking for the goals here. One of them is have 3 scored locations. That's the upper right. This one right here. This one has 2 wild mantas. This one right here, the one's confused. A player needs to have 8 character cards in their hand. That's right. So we have to have a total of 8 cards in our hand to gain those goals. We can gain those goals at any time. As long as we fulfill the requirements, we can take our trained mantas, which is our manta with our player color here, and we just place them on the board, and we have claimed those points. So that's another way to gain posterity points, victory points, I'm going to call them from now on. And we'll count those up at the end of the game. So the way the solo variant works is once we've during our turn, we will be playing one of these cards from our hand and taking the entire action on the card. If we want to, we can flip our mantas to add to our power before or after we complete the action on the card, but we cannot do it during the action. We have to fully complete the card action before we can flip any of our mantas for additional actions. So we'll be playing a card, taking the action, and flipping mantas if we want to, and then we'll be performing the action, which is usually raising a location, recruiting characters, or buying and or conquering a location. So after we basically run out of cards in our hand, we have this card called the Matrona card. So we can pick up all of our cards in our discard. We can unflip all of our wild mantas. And this card will not be discarded. So this card is always in your hand, and it does go towards your hand limit, or character limit, excuse me. In a 2-player game, which we will be doing, we will discard the leftmost character in the ocean. This right here. So we will be doing that because this is technically a 2-player game. Now, for the solo variant, whenever we play this Matrona card, or we play a card that has a scout action, like the seahorse here, we'll talk about scouting in a moment. But whenever we either scout or play our Matrona card, the autonomous player places their manta on one of these goal spots. I believe it's a goal spot of our choosing. Let me look real quick. It might actually be in order from left to right. Must place on the goal track. You may place it on any goal track you wish and does not already have a automa player mantis, so it won't be like this and then we can't decide to have it do like this, because that's not how the game works. Every player can only have 1 manta per row. So every time we do a scout action or play our Matrona card, we will be placing one of the automa players manta token onto one of these tracks, and the game ends when either we have placed all of our mantas on our trained mantas on those track, or the autonomous player has done that. The game will also end if we run out of character cards in the deck, or if we run through all the location cards. I highly doubt we will be running through this entire location card deck. This deck is huge, but I could see that happening when we're playing with other people. So that's how the solo variant works, and the solo variant's going to go by really quick, which is why I'm really trying to think through my my play here. I obviously want to win. I want to do good, but I also want to make the most out of this game. I don't want to have to keep playing round after round, resetting every time to experience the game. So that's why I put a whole lot of thought into the king card there, because those cards really did save my bacon in terms of what I'm going to do here to a degree. They did make it slightly easier to figure out what exactly I'm going to do here. So let's go ahead and start. Don't think I need to do any other kind of explanation. I did not explain scouting, excuse me. So when we scout these locations, there will be 4 cards that are moved up to this top row here. It's the player's decision on which ones they want to scout. Any other remaining cards are put in the discard pile. And then in this case, in the seahorse's case, after we scout, we'll gain 1 power and conquer 1 location. So that's how we conquer. There's also cards that just straight up say you can conquer a region. This legionnaire lets us gain 3 power and conquer 1 location. So actually, now that I say all that out loud, it would really suck to have to do a scout action early in the game. But I'm thinking if we play this scout action and we'll gain this 1 power, we'll be able to pick this one up. It'll basically be a free location card, which will go towards our scoring towards the end to get to that goal over there. And then we'll do that. We'll place all these high costing ones up there to get them to be -1. I think that'd be beneficial for us, because then we could go towards this Legionnaire and get +3, and then use our Wild Manta to get +4. And I think that would help us get some of these higher value locations here. So excuse if you hear my heat turned on. I thought I had it off, but it must be turning on a little bit for some reason. It's very loud. So why not? Why don't we go ahead and just risk it for the biscuit? Let's go ahead and scout these. I would like to move up this one. It's 8, now it's only 7. I'd like to move up this one. It's 6, now it's only 5. I'd like to move up this one. It's 5, now it's only 4. And then it's this one. It's 6, now it's only 5. So now we've got all high powered or high value locations up here. We're gonna go ahead and conquer this location. So we'll put it here in the rightmost one. We'll slide it all the way to the top because there's no depths to exploit. Then we'll discard this last location card here, and now we will redraw the location cards. Now I need to make sure I did that right in the rule book, because I need to make sure that whenever if it's a scouting, you have to discard first before you conquer. If that's the case, these cards are a little out there for some reason. If that's the case, then obviously I would just discard the card we just picked up, and I will decide from there. So here we go. We got all the locations out. We did get a little lucky. There's a two power conquer place out there. So if it's the case where scouting does discard before you conquer, then I think we'll still be okay. So it's not in the FAQ. Can I buy a conquer location? Okay, so okay, that's actually good to know. You cannot discard the Matrona card, which would be kind of goofy. Why would you want to do that? Let's see. Scouting is what I'm looking for here. Buy location. Let's see. Raise a location. Don't want to do that yet. Scouting. Here we go. Take every location, place it in a row, and place them on the top row. Move every location from the bottom row to refill. Let's see. Oh, we only have to refill. Okay, good. So let me change this up a little bit. It's refill, not discard, which is good. So we did everything right. This one just goes. We'll put this one on the bottom of the deck since we know what it is. I think the discard thing came from these. If you go to scout again, you have to discard what's ever left up there. So that's good though. So these are right. This is right back here, and we were good to take that conquer this one card. That was my main concern. So we've conquered the one location. We gained the power to do so, and we're basically ready to score it. But we did do the scout option, so we have to place one of our autonomous players trained Manta up there. We're going to put it right here in that having a hand of 8 character cards. I don't think we're going to be doing that anytime soon. So now we have a little bit of options opened up to us. We've got this Legionnaire card, which gives us 3 power and allows us to conquer a location. We've also got a trained Manta that gives us 1 additional power. So we have 4 power to play with right now. That 4 power could easily let us get this location card right here, which will give us +2 money. Which would be really nice because we also still have the +2 money from the Wild Manta that we have here. And then we also have the Sea Lord here, which gives us an additional money. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to play the Legionnaire to gain 3 power. We're going to use this extra. So technically the way you're supposed to do is you're supposed to flip this Manta over to give you the extra power. Then you're supposed to play the card to gain 3 additional power. So we have 4 total. We're going to take this card that's underneath the -1 power. Usually it's 5, but now it's only 4. We're going to put it right in here, and we're going to slide it up until only the 2 icon on the left side is showing at the very bottom, at the very top. So that's what it looks like when you're either buying or conquering a location to actually have the bubbles. And that's telling you that you now have the 2 money to use if you want to raise and exploit that depth. we're actually going to be doing that next, because that's basically our turn. We've gained 3, we conquered a location. Now I'm thinking about buying a location, but I also think it might be good to get one of these cards, because we're already kind of running out of cards in our hand, and I don't want to play the Matrona card so soon. So I think our next action is going to be to pick up this healer, where we can pay 1 to play any character from our discard pile. Really, this is just kind of holding off us having to use our Matrona card, and it's getting some of these characters out on the board here. So here we go. The one that just came out is the Grabber. We can conquer a location, then conquer another location. That's nice, but that's only if we really have the ability to do so. So looking at this Sea Lord now here, coming back to our original idea. So we've got basically 2, 4, 5 money at our disposal. I'd like to make the most of it by potentially picking up that card that's at the top of the scout track here, this one here, which will give us an additional 2 money. This location card we also picked up, but when we eventually score it, we will get a wild manta, or when we get it to the very top, we will get a +1 wild manta as well. So, you know what? Let's just do it. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do +2, +2. We will exploit this depth and move it up. And then we'll do a +1 here. And then we will play, so we got 2, 4. We've actually got 5 here. We'll keep this one here because we have to play this card anyway, the Sea Lord, to buy a location, which gives us 1. So we got 2, 4, 5. We're going to buy this location here. And we'll slide all the way up until the topmost +2 is showing. Okay. So we are in a pretty good position, I think, because I think what we're going to do is we're going to, let me take a look at the rule book here. I need to make sure I'm doing... there's a lot of iconography here, to remember. So we can choose one character and take it back to your hand. Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and do that, actually. So we're going to exploit this depth again right here, this card. We can take a card back from our discard pile. And I think... 3... Let's see. What do we want here? Don't want to scout again. I think we're just going to go ahead and take our Sea Lord back. And gain that additional money here. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to use a rise action. We're going to use one of our trained mantis to rise this card to a +2. So now we're back to having additional 5. This one here is giving us a +2. This one here is giving us a +2. And we have our Sea Lord back, which is giving us a +1. And we have a trained manta here for a +1 as well. So I think I'd like to move towards getting this one right here. Buying it for 6 because it gives us quite a bit of power to use, and conquering is going to be a little easier, I think, here soon. So we've got 2, 4, 5, 6. I think we are going to go ahead and do that and see what's up. So we're going to flip this trained manta for a +1. We're going to push this location all the way to the top for a +2, so 3. Then we're going to push this one up for 4, 5. And now we're going to take this one. It is usually 6, but because it's up here in the scouted, it's a -1, so it's actually 5. So, get this location slid up. And we'll obviously have to play our Sea Lord. Okay. Let's see. So let's see. I must have used our raise action somehow, which is okay. That's okay though. Even if I didn't, we're going to say I did. I did because I had to push. Okay, I understand what I did. Understood. Okay, so we do have 2 cards in scoring position, which is really nice. That's kind of going into my plan, because now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play our Wave Teller. This lets us score 2 cards that are in scoring position. We're going to do exactly that. We're going to score these 2. This one's worth 5. So we've got 5 and 1 here. And I forgot to get our, because it just scored, which is okay, but we get a +1 money wild manta for getting this location card all the way to the top. So we got a little bit of options for money again. We can recruit 1 character here, and I think we're going to go ahead and do that for our next turn. Blue Water's Agent lets us recruit a character, And we're going to recruit this Meg for free. He's a powerful card. He gains 3. So we can gain 3, we'll conquer a location, and others have to discard a character. They don't have to worry about that because there are no other players. And the character pile is getting slimmer and slimmer. We do not want to do this again. So these guys are basically out. So we do have 2 wild mantas. And I think what we're going to do is, let's see here. Look, I'm just looking at these other bonuses real quick just to see what we've got. I think I'm going to go ahead and claim this goal right here by placing our manta with the +1 power, because we have 2 wild mantas now. So we've done that. First goal has been achieved. Now I think we're gonna go ahead and go into a conquer here. So looking at that one that's a +7, it's usually an 8. But I have 2, 3, 5, not enough. If it was a shipwreck, I could use this token for a +2, but it's not. But I do have this one that's a blue. This manta here lets us conquer or use 2 power against a shipwreck card, which are these cards with the blue icons on the bottom here. If you can see them, if not, I might pick it up here in a moment. So we've got 2, 3, 5. We got 6. We do have 7. I'm bad at math sometimes. Me and basic math don't get along sometimes. And then we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to flip our manta. We're going to exploit this depth for 2. So now we have 3. Oh, wait. 2, 3. Oh, I miscounted. See? Bad math. That's what I do. Bad at math. Bad at math. What did I look at? I thought I saw a 6 somewhere. I didn't. Okay, so let's rethink this here. Okay, no. I saw a path. I just forgot about it. So we're going to do 2, 3. We're going to... Let's see, 2, 3, we actually have 4. Is there anything else that is a 4? There is. This just gives us +2 base power, actually. Let's see. So 2, 4. Okay, so I did do my math wrong again. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did have enough for that 7 card. But I might be reconsidering my options here. 2, we got 4 here, though. Give us 2. That'll only give us a 5, though. Well, that's okay though, because everything else in here is just, oh, that's a 7 though. I do want that. I want to use the most to get that 7, I think. 2, 4, yeah, okay. So we are going to flip this manta for a +2 on a shipwreck. We're going to exploit this depth for another +2, so we have 4. We're going to play our Meg, 5, 6, 7 to conquer 1 location. We're going to take the 7 card here. There we are. And this card actually gives us 2 rise actions, and I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Exploit this card. That also gives us scoring position, so we can get this up here. Now we have a +4 power. So not bad if I do say so myself. So now all of our mantas are exhausted. We really can't do anything else for them right now. So let's see here. Got +4 power here. Looking around, seeing what's available to us. Not a whole lot. So our 2 cards we have left in our hand are the Healer, which lets us pay 1 resource to play a character from a discard. That'd be really nice if I had a 1 money right now, but I do not. The other card we have is a Matrona, which lets us pick up our discard and flip our mantas. I really don't want to do that either, though, because I don't want our opponent to have to put another manta onto that goal track, but I'm thinking that's our best option here. Because I want to flip our mantas and obviously pick up our discard as well. And I have no option to use any resource. So I think that's just going to be our option. We're going to use our Matrona card. We're going to pick up our discard pile here. And we're going to unflip all of our mantas. We're back up to full strength. But because we did a scout, our Automa character is going to place one of theirs. We're going to go ahead and put him here on the track we've already done. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 cards in our hand. So that's neat. We're going to go, I'm thinking about putting our another trained manta out there. I think I'm going to wait though. But we have that option now here soon. So We've got cards in scoring position. We're gonna have cards in scoring position 2. We have a depth that we can use to score. We have a raise action. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. We have access to our Meg again, which gives us 3 power. Taking a look at our options on the board here. It's quite a bit, honestly. I'm just looking at cards that give us the most points, though. So, that being said, right now the one that gives us the most points is this one right here. We have cards on our player board that do 6 points and 1 7-pointer. We have one in our scoring pile already that does 5 and one that does 4. These are technically supposed to be face down. Unflip all. Ooh, Manta's leader. That's nice. So we can unflip all Mantas, gain a power, and conquer a location. That's powerful. We can conquer 1 location from the discard pile for free or fully raise a card. Wow, the anglerfish. My goodness. Let's see. We could go after that one. I do have a +1 Manta right here. But there's no cards in the discard location right now because we haven't scouted. Although we really can't do 2 scouting actions. But ooh, okay, no. I see a path. I see the path. We are going to. All right, so I got to figure out what card I want to play first. So we're going to do this. Let's see how this goes. We're going to play the Blue Waters Agent to recruit 1 agent. We're gonna technically you're supposed to flip the Wild Manta, so now we have 2 resources to use. Now we're gonna flip a card so we can. Oh, we don't want to do that. No, never mind. Because if we do that, the game's over. Gosh darn it. Very short. I'm tempted to ignore the rule that you're only supposed to have 1 set of these cards out because this game is going by quick. Like I want to be able to recruit this character, but if we do, that last card's gonna come out and the game will be over. So let's not do that and say we didn't. So I need to get some of these cards scored here. So that one only costs 7. And we have a card that gives us 4. We could gain that card, actually. Still, we just have to work our way up the depths, and I don't think we're going to be able to do... Well, let's see here. Okay, so... Alright, we're just gonna do it. And I mean, if the game goes quick, then I'm just gonna reset the game and play again. But we're gonna go for a Legionnaire. We're gonna exploit this depth for 4. And then the Legionnaire is gonna give us 5, 6, 7. And we are going to conquer this one here. Last of the scouted cards. Get it up into our player board here. A little tricky to get it in there sometimes. Kind of freaks me out a little bit. Don't want to mess the cards up. Okay. So we've done our actions. Let's move on here. What are our options now? So... we do have a card in scoring position. We do get a +1 power Manta for getting our location card on the left all the way up, which does increase our horizons just a small bit. I think we're going to go ahead and just exploit this depth, though, and score this card now. Here we go. Let's see, what's this icon here? This is interesting. Recruit 1 character for free! I don't want to do that because I don't want to fill up the thing. That sucks. Oh, I'll have to use a raise action to get past that. Let's see. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to play our Wave Teller, which lets us raise 2. We're going to raise this one past that recruit, and then we're going to raise this one to get a +2. So now we've got another card in scoring position here. So now we have +2 resource. We've also still got our Meg, which gives us +3, and then this icon gives us +2. Then this one gives us +1. Total of 6. What have we got available to us? This one only needs 4. That one does only need 2 as well. So we have some options here. Let's see. We have options, but do I want to use the Conquer? Do I want to use the Meg on these, or do I want to go ahead and scout? See what Scout's got going on here. So if we scout, gain 1. Some of these will only take 1, which we could just gain this one right here with the Scout's power. I think we're gonna do that just so we can get some new locations out here. I'm gonna bite the bullet here. So we're gonna scout. I want this one up here. I would like this one up here. I would like this one up here. And I would like this one up here. This one's cheap to buy. This one goes over here and we refill. Can't pick up a deck of cards. We refill these location cards, right to left, excuse me. Here we go. Now we got some high scoring cards in here again that warrant our Megalodon. And then we're gonna go ahead and conquer. We're gonna conquer this guy right here. Usually 2, but he's -1. So our seahorse guy can handle it just fine. And he'll give us +1 power. So now we have 3 from the Meg, 4 from Manta, 6 from this one, 7 from this one here. So now we've got a wide range of options available to us. I see a 7 card out there right now. The problem is, will we be able to score it in time? I think we will be. I think we will be. Okay, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're gonna flip this Manta, we're gonna exploit this depth. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, Meg, 5, 6, 7. Conquer this 7 right here. Here we go, and this one actually gives us a +3 for monies, which is good. This one lets us pick up a card from our discard as well, so I'm eyeballing that one hard right now. What to do? What to do? We have cards in scoring position as well. We just don't really have a way to score them because we've used our wave teller. Now we've got the card, the healer, to pay 1 to play any card from our discard, and I'm highly considering that right now. However, I don't know if I want to do that yet, but I think that's going to come real soon. I think the Meg is going to be coming back into play here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Manta here to raise this depth in preparation for that, excuse me. I think what we're going to do, we have 3, 4, 5 money available to us. I'd like to buy a location, so we actually have 6 money available to us. Where can I maximize that the most? Not really anywhere right now. So we'll have 3, 4. The max we have is 4, so there's no need to really go buck wild. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to play the Sea Lord, or we're going to exploit this depth first for +3, play the Sea Lord for 4. We can't do that because we don't have room in our board. We have to score. We have to score. We have to score somehow. We have no room in our board right now. Speaking of scoring, I did get that +1 power. Oh, no. I don't want to have to play this so soon, but I have to because we have to make room. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, no, I have a plan. I have a plan. So we're going to do a +1 here. So we have 1. Now we're going to play the healer. We're going to pay the 1 from our Manta to play any character from our discard pile. We're going to play our wave teller and we're going to score 2. Before I do that, do I want to claim? I do. Before I do that, I'm claiming this one here because I don't use this one because we have 5 locations on there. Now I'm going to score the +2. I'm going to score this 7 here. Score this 2 here. Now we've got some room to breathe here. Okay. Now we've got some room to breathe. I don't remember where that was. I think that was here. I don't think he was helpful. No, he was right here. We raised him. I remember now. Okay, so now we are in a somewhat better position here to a degree. Okay, so, and he still has 2 mantis to put out, so I think we're going to be good in the long run here. So now I've got some extra room. So now we've got 3, 4, 5, 6 to use here, but we've only got 4 out here. So I think what we're going to do, we've only got a max of 4. So I think we're going to go ahead and pick that one up. We're going to play the Sea Lord after exploiting this for 3. So now we have 4. We're going to buy this one right here. And now we're going to exploit this depth to pick up a card from our discard. The Meg is coming back. Now, we don't really have big ticket items that would really benefit from him, though. We can't scout right now either. But I could play my Matrona card and get the scout back so we can see if we get... Because right now we have 3, 4, 5 at a base for now for Conquer. And then we actually have a +2 for conquering a yellow area. So if it's a yellow area, it's actually 7. So we could roll the dice, get rid of these guys because they're all kind of low scoring, and see if we get lucky. Actually, I don't know if I want to do that because we actually have 2. This one right here has actually got some good numbers here. You know what? Sod it. We're doing it. The Meg is coming back out. We're congregating 3 to conquer this guy right here. Because he has a 2 raise depth that we are definitely going to exploit, I think. We're going to do that. Yep, we're going to exploit this. This one's going to go up. This one's going to go up. And then we're going to exploit this depth to pick up a card. Now, which one do we want to pick up? Got quite a bit of power at our disposal. So this one goes for 5, 6 if we're conquering a yellow. And this is a scout option as well. We're going to risk it. We're going to pick up the Seahorse instead of the Meg here because we're not really hurting on power. Now we're going to exploit. We're going to, let's see, yeah. Exploit. We're going to raise. I don't want to do that yet. Let's save that. Let's save that for another time. Don't want to blow the load all at once here. Okay, so now we're going to play the Seahorse. Scout. These are all going to the discard. Man, I really wish we could play that anglerfish right now, but we can't. Only 3 are going up here. I believe it's only the ones that are on the board. Let me check to see the scout thing here. Oh. If you can scout, you can choose not to. Scouting is the only main action that is optional. Interesting. Didn't know that, but that's okay. Crowd 1 this power. From the top location, move every location from the bottom. Okay, so there are more than 4 locations. Discard. Okay, so does not say anything about filling that top one. So we're just going to assume that you don't have to. I mean, I'd love to be able to, but no, it does not say. So here we go. Hoping for a good yellow card. So far, 2 greens. Not off to a good start. There's a yellow, but it's not really a good one. There's a red. There's a red. No. Roll the dice and we lost hard. We lost hard. Because we're going to have to Matrona now. So we've scouted. We'll gain 1. And And we have to do this action. We can't stop. Okay, well, we gained 1 here. We can... Oh, we can't because I don't have any extra locations. Okay, we're going to say that we... Oh, shoot! I messed this up. Oh, I messed up. I messed up. Ay. Okay, well, we have to do it. We're going to raise this one here to raise 2. 1, 2. We'll just do it this way. Then we'll exploit this one to score. This one here. All right, now we have room. So now we've got the 1. We'll pick up this one. Bam. And for the fun of it, we'll just exploit this depth to score this one. Keep our board open here. All right, I fixed it, kind of. Okay, back to our main problem, though. We still... Let's see, do I really want to do that? Let's see, which one? Yeah, we'll do it. I'll stick with it. I should have just raised it past this +2 here. That would have been the wise move. I think we're going to have to Matrona, though. We really don't have any other option. The only card we have is the Water's Agent, which lets us recruit 1. We don't want to do that right now. So we're going to Matrona, pick up our discard, unflip all of our Manta, excuse me. Okay. And we're going to put him here. So the last one we have left is 3 scored things. We definitely have the ability to do that. And I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Bam. Okay. And we do also have 8 cards in our hand. Now I just want to keep playing this game out, but we could end the game right here, right now. But I'm having a lot of fun doing this. This is kind of fun. Let's see here. All right, what do we got here? I would like cards that score me, please. Thanks. This one's only requiring 2 power. So I don't want to scout, though. Definitely don't want to scout. Definitely don't want to scout. I about screwed the pooch on that one. Woo. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. I could have taken it back, but still. We do have the wave teller here, which will let us score 2. I think we're going to go ahead and just do that real quick. Actually, no. Oh, we have to raise 2, though. I don't want to do that. Because we would have to raise this one, and that would put us in a bad spot. So I think what we're going to do first, gain 3 and conquer. I'd like to do that, I think. Yes, I'd like to do that. So we're going to play the Legionnaire to gain 3 and conquer 1. This one's usually 4, but it's in the scouted, so it's a -1. Now we have a +1 resource to use if we so chose. But I'm looking at that discard thing, which will let us pick up a card from our discard. That's a really powerful card. Then I need to score, because now we're out of options here. Oh, I did that wrong. Hold on. I don't think I wanted that one. I didn't want this one, excuse me. I miss this one, not the discard, I want the raise. There we go. Silly me, excuse me. Okay, so now we do actually have a +2 resource available to us, and we kind of have to use that here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to play the wave teller to score 2 cards. I've not been paying attention if I've been getting my mantas from these either, so that's been kind of silly of me. I don't think a lot of them actually give the wild mantas though, so we'll just assume that I'm not a dumb. Okay, so now we have 2 areas open to us. So our next turn, we're going to do the Sea Lord. First we're going to exploit this depth for a +2. Then we're going to get a +1 from our Sea Lords. We have 3 total to buy. We are going to buy... Let's see. Couple of options here. We're going to buy this one. Gives us scoring opportunity here. Get in there. The player board is just slightly too thin for these to easily slide in. Just slightly, not by much. Okay. So now we've got raise option. So I think the next one, we're going to use this depth here to raise 1. Get past this Pexky yellow. Now we are back to being a powerhouse for conquering. Problem is, there is a 6 out there, which is good. We're definitely going to go after that, I think. Use the Meg to conquer for 3. We don't have our Legionnaire there, but we do have our healer to get our Legionnaire playing from the discard. So what we're going to do first, we're going after this one here. We won't be able to... Unfortunately, we haven't seen any cards that lets us fully raise a card. I thought I saw it once, but... Oh, it was the wave teller that lets us do that. That's correct. Okay. I'd like this one here, but there's no way I'm going to be able to do that the conquer action that many times to score it, so it's kind of pointless. I just want to get some of these cards in scoring position. This one I can get in for 4 power. And give us some resources. Okay, we're just going to do it. This one, exploiting for +1, the Meg for +3 for 4. We're going to gain this one right here. Get in there. Okay. And then we're going to exploit this depth to score this one here. And now for my next trick, I'm going to lose my mind. I think we're going to go ahead and use this, our last trained Manta, to raise this one up. Blazing it past a blank space. No, I'm not singing that. I'm kidding. That was a joke. Okay, I'm eyeballing again. So what we're going to do is we're going to exploit this depth for 3. Nope, I don't want to scout. Never mind. Okay, let's see here. We do have the option for our 3 to play from our Meg, from our Legionnaire Meg, and then we've got the +1 here to give us 4. Also, we can also look at resources here, because we do have one that gives us +2. Which one would be beneficial to us? So we've got 3, 6. Thinking if we're paying 1, which we can't really do right now. Well, we could have the raw one right here, so we could do that. So we got 3, 6, we have 9. There's obviously nothing on here that really just warrants 9. That's helpful to us. 3, my goodness. I'm trying to get these raised though, I guess that's the point here. But there's nothing out here that I don't even know if you have to have the exact, I don't think you have to have the exact number, I guess. So it's not necessarily overkill if I'm doing it for the sake of trying to just score these cards, because that's my goal here. Because I want to save this healer guy for the wave teller so I can score 2 for a kind of a final hoorah here, and then I think I'm gonna be out of options. So my idea, let's see. My idea is to lose my mind. This definitely feels a lot more restrictive with these character cards. Like, I felt like I didn't get to experience any of these cards because I don't want to end the game. You know, but I really only picked out one of these from down here. So definitely on this next game, I'm going to ignore the setup where I have to only have one set of these cards out here, because that just feels so restrictive. Like, I don't want to end the game yet. I didn't get to experience any of these cards, and obviously some of these would be a lot more helpful right now. Just trying to figure out how I can get some of these cards scored before the end of the game. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm more so talking to myself now to see if anything comes to mind. So I've got this raise action here. So I was thinking about buying a location. But to do that, I'd have to play the healer to pay 1. So I'd get this pushed up for 3, because I'd play my guy that has the +1. Then I'd use this raise action to get this one. Problem is, I don't have any cards I can pick up from the discard. I do have 1, actually. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. How much does that cost to conquer, though? You know what? I think I'll just go a little over. I can't go overkill on it. Gosh darn it. I guess, so the way the turn goes is, I think after you place the Wild Manta down, you do 1 full round. I don't remember. Let me see here. Yep, take 1 more turn. Okay. And I'm not in danger of him getting first on any other of these spots here. Okay, so let me think about this now. So I could pay the 1. I could use this manta for that. Just flip it over here, just say we did. To play a character from the discard. That would let me play my... That would let me play the Wave Teller to score 2 cards. Or I could use this to play my agent, I believe it was. The agent isn't the one. The builder guy, to let me buy a card. And I could do that. Let's see here. I'd just be overpaying, which is kind of unfortunate, but oh well. I'm looking at this card right here, the last scout card, because it has a pickup from the discard option, which would kind of increase my options a little bit here. I think we're actually going to conquer that one. The way we're going to conquer is we're going to overkill it. We're just going to do it this way. We're going to pay for the healer. We know we're going to have to do that. We're going to flip this manta to give us the 1 resource. 3 from our legionnaire, I think we're going to play. This gives us 6 card in scoring position. Overkill this one. This one only required 3, but that's okay. Now we have 3 resources. Shoot. Oh, it's okay. Matrona. Okay. No. Okay, so we've got the Matrona. We'll Matrona to pick up. So I've got another buy option. So I can exploit this one for a buy. Exploit it again to pick up a card from the discard. And then we can go for one that's for 4. Okay, so hold on. Got one there, and the other one's 2. Got one for 2 there. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. So I'm lost my train of thought now. Gosh darn. Okay, no, I understand. Actually, kind of, not really. We're gonna Matrona. That's what we're gonna do. Matrona to unflip our mantas and pick up our cards. That's what's happening here. Boom, boom. These going over here, triggering the end of the game. Oh, I'm a little scatterbrained right now because it's the end and I want to do good. There's actually a scoring chart here. We'll take a look at that at the end and we'll see how we did. Okay. What we want to do, we're going to want, where'd he go? We're going to gain 1, the Sea Lord, that's the name. We're going to gain 1 to buy a location. So he gives us 1, that'll give us 2. That's right here, but we could just do this one, give us 3. There is something out there that costs 3. I don't have any other locations for my... We have to score. Oh, wait, here we go. Let's see here. Oh, we have to score 2. We have to score 2. Okay, let me see here. Okay, I have an idea because we're gonna exploit this depth for a manta that gives us a raise 1 wherever it's at. Here it is. Okay, we're gonna raise, and by raising this one, we're gonna raise this one. Now we have 2 cards in scoring position. Gonna play the Wave Teller, score this one and this one. I can't get it out. Little tight. There we go. Okay, so now we've got extra spots for some more locations. I just need to see if I can actually score these. I don't know if I can. We will have to use our healer. So he's got to go in the back of my hand. I don't want to use him. We have to use our healer to use our Wave Teller again. And we'll have to use this Manta to do it. Oh, that was one last round though, I guess, wasn't it? So that was it. Oh well, I will live with that mistake. That's okay though. I was so into the game. See, this is why I kind of, well, I guess I didn't lose because we drafted all the character cards, so there was something else. Okay, well, that's the end of the first round of solo play. I'm thinking about doing another round though. That was fun. I have been going for an hour though already. My goodness. So let's go ahead and bust out ye old calculator because I can't do basic math. Math is hard. So let me actually need to see what kind of scoring, if it's anything more besides the goals for the solo player. So 5, 10, 15, 23. So the enemy, the Automa player had 23 points. Once all of them placement, take one more turn. The game ends. Count your prosperity points following standard procedure. The Ocean Council will reward you with a sea monster according to your merits. All right, let's see what we got. You ready? So we've got 5, 6, 12. Got 19, 21, 27, 29. I want to make sure I don't screw it up because here's where my math's going to get stupid. 35. Got 38. Got 43. Got 46. You've got a big whopping 8 right here for 54. So we ended the game with 54, and so 54 is the second to last point bracket here with a sea serpent. We got a sea serpent for our efforts. So I think I am going to go ahead and play another round, and I would really like to add. I'm going to add the other. I'm going to add the other character cards in there, so we've got a little more breathing room as far as what characters we can use, because that was just rough. Like, I enjoyed it a lot, but I would have enjoyed it a lot more if I actually got to use the characters in the game. I only got to use, or if I got to see the other characters in action. I obviously got to see every character from my hand, but that's just the base game hand. Everyone starts out with these basic cards: the Wave Teller, Legionnaire, Seahorse, Blue Water's Agent, Sea Lord, Healer, and then the Matrona. No, the Healer actually was not. My bad. So we got to experience the Healer and the Meg, but I would like to experience more. So, not a bad game though. At least it didn't score 30 or less, which is the lowest option you can get. Let's go ahead and pull back our trained dudes. Actually could have trained more because I think we had 8 cards in our hand. Could have scored that one if I was paying attention, but I was kind of laser focused on getting more locations. We're gonna go ahead and really quick, let me get all the location cards out of my player board. I'm gonna go to an intermission really quick to get everything reset back up, and then we'll be back for another round, full round, because I'm gonna use all of the character cards in the box, not just the ones that's recommended. So I will be right back. I'm back, everyone. So I got the game almost all set up. I do have all the character cards shuffled. I got the location card shuffled. Before I do setup, it's really simple, but I figured I'd do it on camera for everyone to see. I'm going to shuffle up our king cards here. I removed the 3 that were available to us last game so we can get a new breath on the game. So now we're gonna draw 3. The 3 kings we have available to us today, right now, are Kai the Nimble. We can place Kai, then place Kai into the box. Oh, so he's done. Okay, understood. Oh, this symbol came up again. I do not remember what it is. I think it's playing a card from the discard for free. Oh, recruit a character for free. Okay, cool. So we could recruit a character for free from Kai, which is not a bad one at all. Soul the Great, we can unflip all mantas, scout, and play 1 character. For the solo game, not happy about that because of the scouting. We've got Xander the Usurper. We can raise 1, pick up a card from a discard, flip 1 manta, and score 1. My goodness. So Soul is definitely out of the question. So technically we're supposed to do this after setup, so let's go ahead and see what cards we have to, what characters we have to work with here. Diplomatic Crab is new, didn't see that. There's the good old Meg. Turtle Researcher is back. We have a second grabber, so we have 2 copies of the grabber out here. So we can conquer a location, then conquer another location with the grabber. The Diplomatic Crab gives us 1 resource. We can recruit 1 character or buy 1 location. The Researcher lets us raise 3 depths. All other players would raise 1 if there were any. Our good old Meg, we know he gives us 3. We can conquer a location. Other players have to discard a character, but we don't have to do that. The Turtle the Researcher, excuse me, lets us fully raise a card and lets us score a card. All of the players would be able to score at that point, but there obviously again is another player. And then we have the second copy of the grabber. So this Xander the Usurper, though, he just lets us do a lot. Lets us raise, lets us pick up a card from our discard, lets us unflip a manta, and lets us score. And we don't have to do all of those if we can, but if we can, we have to do all of those. Let's see what locations we're dealing with here at the start. Already out of the deck with a 6-pointer. Got a 7-pointer here as well. Fairly cheap though to buy. To conquer obviously hurts. That one's a 6-pointer. Here we've got a 3-pointer. And here we've got a 7-pointer. Or 8-pointer, excuse me. That's an 8-point. Nice. Alright, let's see here. I would have liked to have seen the one that lets us conquer a location for free from the discard, but that's not really the case. And we obviously have all of our mantas unflipped. Let me go ahead and do that before I forget. Let's see. That Meg really did help us out. And I'm not really more concerned about the character deck running out now, so we're going to go with Kai the Nimble. And we're going to recruit our boy, the Meg, back for free. We're going to see how it goes. We got some power coming in. And now we've got... No! That's the one I want! Darn it all to heck. Oh, we won't be getting that one anytime soon either. Angler Fish lets us conquer a location from the discard for free. So what we're going to do is we're going to be scouting at least twice. This and this. The 7 and the 8-pointer. They're going in the discard as fast as possible. That one too, the 6-pointer. They're all going in. Anything that's a high value, they're all immediately going to get scouted here quick and they're going to end up in the discard. I'm going to scout twice. That's going to be a major drawback for me because obviously every time we scout we have to put out the autonomous players trained mantas, but I think we'll be okay. I think we'll outrun that manta for sure. I don't think that's really the point of like beating the manta. It's how many points you get for the end of the game. Ooh, tricky. Well, we need to get stuff that gives us resources. first and foremost. The only one we could get right now using our Sea Lord is this one that only costs 1. But it does gives us the ability to have a +1 conquer power for a total of 4 with our Meg or Legionnaire. So that let us get this one, which would give us a scoring type card. Ooh, let's see. This one, though, I do have a Manta that lets me get a +2 when I'm conquering a shipwreck, so we only need 5 for that one. So that's still not enough, though. I'd need to get 3, 4. I'd need to get this card here to make that work. Let's see. You know what? I think we're gonna go ahead and let's see. We have to conquer a location though to do that. Let's just go ahead and do it. We're gonna go ahead and scout, risking it highly. This one's going up. This one has to go up because I have to be able to conquer. And then these two are going up. These aren't going away, so that's fine. Bam. Just seeing what, let's see what options we have available to us now. Looking for resources. Good resources, that's what I'm looking for. So we get a, there we go, okay, this right here. So this gives us +2, not bad. But to get that, I'm gonna have to exhaust my Manta to do it. And I don't want to Matrona yet. None of these characters really give us. This one does let me recruit a character, so I guess it does give me another, or recruit a character or buy a location and gives us another money. So we have to have money for him though. A little tricky. This one's free though. But it doesn't give us any kind of power, and we need power right now. Or we need an ability of some sort. Give us +2. Buy that one. Okay, yeah. Buy that one. That'll give us a +2. We have our Meg for 5. And then we can pick up. The only one we can pick up is the far one. But it does give us power again. I'm starting to see that power is the way to go, I think. I'm not seeing a lot of cards that build towards like having resources to use yet, as far as characters go. But again, there's a whole deck of cards. Not creeping or anything, but I see there's someone else here. How's it going? Let's see. I don't even know if there's anyone else here. It could just be Twitch being goofy. Three. Tut tut tut. Alright, well, I'm not looking to use the Meg yet. I don't know why I'm considering it. I want to use the Sea Lord to buy 1. I just don't want to have to use my Mantas so quick. But I don't think I have much of a choice in this matter. We're just going to do it and see what happens. I've got the other Mantas too. This other one has a +1 power, but I don't know if I want to use it yet. So we're going to use this one for a 1. Technically, you're supposed to use this one for a +1 first. Then we'll use this one. And then we're going to take this one here. Get our first location. And get that +2 power. Now I'm looking at the Meg. So we have 5 power to throw around right now. So what we're gonna do, I'm changing my strat to a degree. So we're gonna exploit the depth for 2, play the Meg 3, 4, 5. We're gonna conquer this one right here. We have to flip this mana 2 for 6, excuse me. So now we can do this one for 6, usually it's 7. Now we've got some raise actions, which we're going to have to do because this card's at a blank space. And I also just want to have that raise action ready to go for these other cards that have some pesky blank spaces. Let's see. So we still have a 3 power from our Legionnaire. I'm definitely not going to Matrona yet. It's way too early for that. We do have a raise. We have a raise Manta, and then the +2 power for conquering a blue space. I'm not terribly concerned if I have to scout and discard those, because if I do that, I'm going to pick up that anglerfish no matter what to conquer some of those for free. Oh, pesky. I don't want to use this raise 2 action yet until I have another card that's on a blank space. That's my hang up right now. Let's see. So this Legionnaire does give me 3. This would put me in a scoring position. Then it would put me in a blank. So let's see. What we're going to do... We're going to use this Legionnaire to conquer for 3. We're going after this one. It gives us a card that gives us scoring opportunities. We're going to use this Manta to raise 1. Bam. We're going to score this one. Bam. Score this guy. Bam. Supposed to be face down. Okay. And then we've got... I'm going to wait until we have another card that's on a blank space. Let's see here. I'm liking the looks of that Researcher. If only we had... I guess we do have the Wave Tiller here that lets us raise 2, though. So we can do this 1, 2, I think. Now look at that. That actually doesn't sound right. I don't think you can do the same thing on the card twice. I think once it's activated, you have to wait. I don't want to buy a location. Scoring, no. Scouting, no. Use... Raise any number of cards, slightly perform as many actions. Can raise the same location to... Okay, never mind. Okay, good to know. So we do have the 2 raise action, and we could just straight up raise this one and get the Wild Manta raised. Then we could score this one. Then we could recruit one for free. Ooh. Okay. Exploiting this depth. Raising 2. 1, 2. Getting the Wild Manta to raise. We have to make sure we play a card after this. Okay, so here's our first Wild Manta. Okay, scoring. Bam. Recruiting a character for free. We are going to recruit Anglerfish. 100%. Not even a question in my mind. Because now I'm going to bust this guy out. Oh, another copy of the turtle. Leash. That's fine. It's okay. That's fine. It's okay. Let's see. Options available to us, not a lot. We could just play the Wave Teller to score this one. Just to do a move. We have to play a card here, so let's go ahead and do that. Scoring this one, we've got a clear board. We can only score 1. So we can we don't have any locations to conquer from the discard, and we don't have any locations to raise fully. We can't recruit a character right now, and we don't have any characters to raise or any locations to raise, and we have no way to conquer normally. So we're gonna have to Matrona. Unfortunate. I'm gonna put this one, we're almost at that one, so let's go ahead and do this one because we're flying through these discards quick. Or flying through the locations quick, I should say. All right, now we're back in it. Flip over our mantas so we are ready to go face off against whatever challenges befall us. Not liking the looks of this game so far and how it's going to go for us. So we're going to scout. Gives us 1. So we're going to scout. These are going to the discard. Y'all already know what's going to happen here soon. These are going to go up. We don't have to worry about refilling or sliding anything because there's only 4. We obviously have to worry about refilling, but we don't have to worry about sliding. Here we go. We've got an 8-pointer, 4-pointer, another 4-pointer, excuse me. Got a 1-pointer. How adorable. 7-pointer and a 6-pointer. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and place this guy down because we're using him. We're gonna gain 1 power. We're gonna go after this bad boy right here. Usually he's 2, but right now he's only 1. Give us some resources here to use. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Now we've just got some locations in there. Now, anglerfish. We're gonna conquer a location from the discard for free. Let's take a look at these bad boys here. These 6 and the 8 is the one I'm looking at here. So we're not really out of the woods in terms of resource moves. We've got our guy that lets us buy 1. So we have 1. We have +2 from this location here. And this one gives us +3. But we don't really need that many resources. Oh, we do actually. That 8-pointer there would be good, actually. We're going to go ahead and do that. This one right here is coming to us. So that was our anglerfish that we played. Now, we can't buy, obviously, yet. We're going to do that now. We are going to exploit this. 3, 4, 5, 6. Buying this one here. Okay, now we're in a... I think we might be in a tizzy. I gotta look at the board here. Gotta see where we're at. Because now the only way we can raise this one is by conquering a red location. The only way we can raise this one is by conquering a yellow location. We do have 2 cards still in our hand that gives us good conquering power. So we got 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. So 5 for yellow and a 5 for red. That actually works. Weirdly enough. Because then what we can do is we can use our, we'll be able to use our girly girl in here, wherever she went, anglerfish, and we can boost them all the way up. I was thinking about getting that one here. Problem is it's just so many conquer actions, and I won't be able to do that many conquer actions repeatedly like that unless I grab a grab. Ooh. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna play the Blue Wanderers Agent. We're gonna grab this copy of the grabber that's free right now. Sort these all the way over. Ooh, Manta's Leader. I like that card too. I wish I could play it. Okay, so now we've got some good conquer actions here because we can now conquer twice. So we got, let's see. Then we can also do a raise action to get this going. So what we're gonna do, 2, 3, 4, 5 to conquer. That's not a red. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay, so this is a red. 2, playing the Meg. 3, 4, 5 to take this one. Okay. Then we're going to conquer again, I think. So we've got 2, 3, 4 for a red. There are no reds out. We also have 2, 4 for yellow. Oh, I'm losing my sanity right now. This game is driving me bonkers. It's not. It's a great game. I'm just losing my mind. I just chucked my Legionnaire. So we've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 total for a yellow. If I use my Legionnaire, it'd be overkill for this one, but it's not a huge deal. We're just gonna do it so I can get some of these raised. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Legionnaire to get this one. And now because we have all of these locations, we can take this one. I really think we're going to do that here. So I'm going to go ahead and put, we haven't even used any of these, I need to pay attention, but I'm going to go ahead and put this guy right here. I don't have any wild mantis yet, but I'm preparing. So, preparing. He says like he knows what the hell he's doing. He don't know. He don't know what the frick he's doing. He don't have a goddamn clue. He thinks he knows, but he sure as shit don't. Man, I'm losing my mind today. Okay. We're going to use the wave teller to raise 2. We're going to raise this one out of its blank space. We're going to raise this one past its +2. Now we can exploit this one to pick up a card from our discard. Now we have +2 against a yellow. We also have 2 +3s, and we also have a +2 against a red. Thinking about conquering, but I'm thinking about picking up our anglerfish as well. I could use our... Ooh, okay, here. We're going to pick up our anglerfish. We're still exploiting from this depth here. We've already played our card here, wave teller to raise. So we played our card, we've done the additional action of raising. Now we're going to play another card. We're going to play the anglerfish. We're going to bump this bad boy all the way up, and we're going to get a +2 power manta for that. Because that one was going to be hard to raise. Now we have 2 wild mantas. We're going to go ahead and just trade, I think, for this one. Getting on the board. On the proper board. Okay. Now, we've got quite a bit of power available to us. 3, 6, 7, 8 total power. I actually don't know if this stays at 8 or if we have to spend 8 per card. I guess it doesn't matter because we have to, well, we can conquer this one. So we technically have 6, not counting this exploded depth for the yellow. We probably have to have the power though. In which case, we could actually still do that for this grabber. No, we can't because we ain't got any extra spaces and I have no way to score cards. Unfortunately, we are going to have to Matrona, I think. Yep. Don't really have a choice in this one. We have to Matrona. Not good. Do we have any... We do have 3 cards scored. What mantas are we about to get? None that help. I think because we're really focusing on conquering, we're going to go ahead and, since we have 3 cards scored, we're going to take our manta for a +1. We're going to put him up here. Not making use of the mantas like I usually do, or like I did last game. So I think we're definitely going to play the wave teller so we can score 2 and get some spaces cleared up. Bam. Bam. We can look at the discard at any time. Looking at here, though. We do have 2 raise options, so this would actually be helpful, I think. It's worth 6 at the end. But I need a card on my board that lets me score before I worry about that. So we'll come back to that using the anglerfish. Card that lets me score, the only one I see is this one right here, which does let us pick up a card from the discard. That's actually not a bad card. And it is a yellow, so I think what we're going to do is we can conquer location, conquer again. So we got 3, 4, 5 for this one right here. Then we have 3. I don't want to scout yet. Okay, so here's 3, 4, 5. I'm thinking about doing the grabber. So here's 5 for this one here. Okay. Get in there, you goofy thing. It lets us pick up a card from the discard. We're going to wait on that, though. Now we're going to conquer another location for 3 power. The only one we can take with that, though, that's worth a spit, is this one right here. And it's only because it's worth quite a bit of... it's worth 2 points, but it's better than the 1 point that this one's worth. Okay, now we can pick up a card from the discard, but we only have our wave teller and our grabber in there. And we could do the wave teller, though, and score 2 more cards. We're going to do that. We're going to pick up a card pick up a wave teller. So we played the grabber. Now we're exploiting again. Exploiting again. There we go. To pick up the wave teller. The next card we're gonna play is the wave teller anyway. So we're just gonna leave it there to score 2. Pick up this one. Pick up this one. Nope. I'm gonna pick up the 7 one. All right, here. Give me, please, Jesus. Make some more room for myself here. Kind of got myself cramped in here. Hold on. This is kind of goofy. I'm only doing it to myself. Here we go. A little bit more breathing room here. Okay, so now we've got a +2 power. But we're on a blank space. We're gonna go ahead and use one of our wild manas to get past that blank space. So now we have +2 against a red. Unfortunately, we have no red locations out. We don't even have a yellow location out. So not helpful in the slightest, unless I'm thinking about using my anglerfish to push this card all the way up so I get a +2 manta, so I can use a +2 anywhere, so it would give me a total of 4 manta power. Let's just go ahead and do that. Playing our anglerfish to fully raise to get a +2 manta power, wherever it's at. It's in one of these. There we go. So now we've actually got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. We have 9 power to play around with combining our mantas. I don't think we're going to want to use our mantas just yet, though. 3, 4, 5. Could conquer that one up there. Problem is, will we be able to score it in time? Potentially. We're gonna try it. So 2, 3, 4, 5 to score this scouted one. It's usually 6, but it's only 5 right now because it's scouted. Okay, so now it's given us 2 resources. We can use the Sea Lord to gain 1 and buy a location. So we have 3 to play with right now. Oh man, we've used our 1 money though. Ay, regretting it. Oh, we do have 3, I guess. That's okay. I'm looking at the wrong numbers here. Yep, we're going to gain 1. We'll push this up beforehand. So we have 3. We're going to gain this one. It does give us a +1 resource, but I'm not really shooting for that at the moment. Maybe. Actually, no, I am. Check this out. Now we're going to recruit a character after pushing this one up. Recruiting a character from 1. We're going to get this researcher. It lets us raise 3. Ooh, I might be popping off here in a minute. Okay. Another anglerfish, but that's okay. All right. Then we're going to exploit this to pick up a card from our discard. We are going to pick up. Then we're going to pick up the wave teller. Yep. Pick up the wave teller. So let's see. Let's go ahead and use this wild manta to get past this blank space here. Now we have 4 resources to play with. I don't want to... Let's see. Because we can only play through 1 more turn after this last guy goes out. Okay, so if I scout right now, so I can get these cleared out and get some new ones out here and see what we have to work with. Do I still even have my... No, I don't even have the card to... No, that's silly. Okay, I'm not worried about that. Then the resources mean nothing to me. I do have 3 raise actions. We could do 1, 2... Actually, do 1, 2, 3. Then we do this for... Ooh. Let's see here. Okay, what we're going to do, we are going to play the wave teller, going to score these 2. Okay, hear me out. We have 2 locations open to us now. We have 1 conquer. We have 2 conquer abilities, but 1 is the scout. Okay, hear me out. We're going to play the Meg. Gain 3 to conquer a location. And I'm going to overkill using this wild manta to pick up this 4. Phone is buzzing out right now. Sorry if you can hear that. Why is my phone buzzing so much? I don't know why my phone's buzzing so much. Stop it. Excuse me. Okay. So now I'm planning on playing the researcher to raise 3. 1. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Then we can exploit. Let's see. So let's just do it. Researcher for 1, 2, 3. Exploit this for 1, 2. Okay, we have 2 cards in scoring position now. We have... Okay, we're gonna score this one. We actually have a +1 manta as well that we got from this card that we just raised all the way up, wherever it's at, right here. Here it is. There it is. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, we're going to play... What did I just say? We're gonna score 1, right? We're gonna score this bad boy. Okay. And we have a +2, but okay, what I'm thinking is I Matrona. And I use the Wave Tiller to score these last 2. Is that my best option? Is that the best choice? The problem is my only 2 options right now are Matronaing and then the next turn using the Wave Tiller to score, or scouting. It has to be Matrona, because if I scout in game 1 and scout push this up and fill all these up, but when I scout he's got to go out and I'm only going to have 1 more turn after I conquer. It won't be enough time. Well, it won't be enough time because yeah, I have to Matrona now. Have to Matrona now. Sorry, my phone really is buzzing right now. Okay, Matrona now. Bam, picking up our stuff. Okay, unflipping all of our mantas. This guy goes in the last space that he hasn't been on, triggering the end of the game. We have 8 cards in our hand now. We're gonna put our last manta out before we play. Now, my only option, I'm pretty sure my only option is to play the Wave Tiller so I can score these 2. Actually, before we do that, we can use this raise action just to push this one up. Now this one's in scoring position, so at least I have a higher cards to score. I think that's our best bet here. Yep, Wave Tiller, bam, scoring these 2 for 12 total. Game still went by pretty quick. I think it lasted a little longer and I was able to think about using some of these character cards a little more. But again, I just didn't use them a whole lot. But this time it was less because I didn't have the chance and more because it just didn't work for me right now. But I mean, we got to use 3 characters versus the last time we only got to use like 2. And I think they did help. That anglerfish was good. I wish we could have used it more to conquer from the discard, but it wouldn't have done anything for us. We wouldn't have been able to score him in time. So I don't have a lot of confidence in how we performed this time, but we're going to go ahead and bust out the calculator and see what we got. I know we have 10, we have 18, and then that's where my math gets stupid. So we have 26 from the conquer track up there, from the goals track. Got 4, 33, got 40, not bad, got 43, got 49, we've got 57, hey, we've got 64, we've got 72, we've got 74, we've got 78, not bad, we got 84, we got 90, all right. So 90 was our final score, final round, hoorah. Oh no, we were so close! Darn, wait, well, hold on. Is there any more end of game scoring? Score, scout, let's see. I don't want to do the solo mode, I want to look at scoring. End of game. Counting up, when playing, all players score prosperity points. You score points for the following. For each character in your hand. Ooh! Oh. We just destroyed it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 96. We got the mantas, total number of prosperity points shown on the locations in your scoring pile. Yep, we got that. Wow, yep, we killed it this time. I actually don't think I counted it properly anyway, but that's okay. 96. So we've got the highest possible score we could get from... Actually, no, we have more than that. We have 96, 98, 99, 100. We still have the highest possible score because I put down the... character cards so I can keep them separate. 99 for the Kraken. We've got the Kraken score. I'm happy about that. Again, I mean, cheating, yeah, kinda. I extended the game further past than it should have been. I actually don't. I probably would have triggered the end of the game from all the characters that I had if you're doing it the normal way. I don't know though. I like this version of it though because it. I mean, yeah, it's cheating. It's the odds of you being able to get the higher score is better, but at the same time, again, you got to experience a little more of the game playing solo. You know, you got to do a lot more things. You weren't really worried about, okay, I can't really recruit anymore because if I do, I'm going to end the game, and I don't want to do that. So I think, I don't know, it's up to you guys, obviously, whenever you're playing it, if you want to play it by the rules or if you want to cheat like I did. But like I said, the rules do say that you're only supposed to play with one copy of each card in the character deck. And I wouldn't really have a problem with that if one of the end game conditions wasn't too, I think I put my king in there by mistake. Oh no, I didn't. I think, what king did we use this time? We used Kai, that's right. So we didn't, you put him back over here. But I think maybe if one of the endgame conditions wasn't, for the solo mode only, wasn't running out of character cards from this deck. If that wasn't an endgame condition, I think it'd be okay to play with just the single copies, because then you would 100% be able to get through, or at least see every copy of the character. But with that being an in-game condition, I think that's a little restrictive. Again, you take that as you want. If you like a more restricted game, then obviously that's the way to go. If you don't, then do as I did and just shuffle the rest of the cards into the deck and play it with that. But overall, I really liked it. I mean, there's so many great combos that you can do with this, and it's a really thinky game, but it's also just really simple. Obviously, you have to make sure you do things in the right order. For me personally, whenever we play with my group, I'm not going to care if they played their card and they forgot to flip their manta. It's whatever, you're gonna do it anyway, so not a huge deal as long as they do things if it doesn't affect their turn, if they're doing it in the incorrect order. So if they forgot to do it before they play their card, that's okay. But if they're trying to do it like in the middle of the like a scout option, let's see which one would be the best way to do that, to give that explanation. So there's really no real way. I don't know. I understand why that would be the case. So like the researcher says you have to raise 3, but you wouldn't be able to like raise 3, then score, and then raise the other 2. Like if you have a depth to exploit, you can't score. So you can't do that. You have to raise all 3 first, and then if you have a depth to exploit, you score if you didn't raise it using the researcher, which I need to get this out of here. That's one of the characters. So we actually had 4 to use in there. I forgot about this one right here. But I get that, and I get the order of operations, making sure you do it so you're not taking advantage of like only doing an action and then using your using a depth or using a manta and then finishing that option. That's fine. But if a player forgot to flip a manta before they did it, that's fine. To me, it's not a huge deal, because you're going to flip it regardless. If you forgot to flip it, fine. Just make sure you flip it, because I might have actually potentially done that once. I think I also may have messed up a depth where I thought I slid something up, and I don't remember if I did, or I hadn't slipped something up when I should have. And it might have helped me at some point. I don't remember if it was this playthrough or the one I did before, but if I did, sorry. There's a lot to take in with this game, and there's a lot to keep track of. For such a simple game, I really like it. I like these cards. I love the artwork. It's fantastic. They're all numbered. I didn't notice that. I don't think they're all unique, though. I'm almost positive I've seen two of the same artworks in here. I'm flipping through them now just to see if they're all unique. That's fantastic. There's just no way, right? There's some that are close. Let's see here. No? Oh my goodness. They all might be unique, even if it's only slightly. There's some that look very, very similar. Like any ones that have like, almost any ones that have like a greenish background, they look similar, but I don't think they are. I think they're all the same. I don't think there was like a card index here in the back that talked about like every single card in the game, which that would be really cool, but there's not. I mean, there's no reason to, but still. But it's still interesting that they're all numbered. They all have little numbers in the upper right corner that I actually hadn't noticed initially until I started flipping through them right here. So that's really cool. The character cards also have great artwork on them. I believe there's, let's see, let's just go through it. So here's a researcher, a sneaky eel, got the mantis leader, diplomatic crab, a healer, another sneaky eel. There should be 2 copies of each one. The meg, another healer, the grabber, another meg, the anglerfish, turtle treasurer, another anglerfish, another mantis leader, wherever it went, another turtle treasurer, another diplomatic crab, another grabber, another researcher. Oh, I put the regular cards on top. Okay, so we did end up seeing, we didn't play with them obviously, but we saw every character card in the deck. There's the healer, meg, the grabber, anglerfish, turtle the treasurer, diplomatic crab, sneaky eel, the researcher, and the mantis leader. All of them had really great abilities. Again, the artwork on them is fantastic. I mean, if I had to pick one that would be a favorite, I think the mantis leader is powerful. Unflipping all mantas and gaining 1 power to conquer a location. So if you were in our position, we had 2 mantas that had +2 power, and if this was the last card, you'd still be you'd have +5 power, plus you'd be unflipping all of your mantas. Now obviously, you know, you could unflip them, but you'd be immediately flipping them again. But if you're kind of in a bind, you know, and you'd also be unflipping any of the other mantas that you have. So, and you also, obviously, you'd have your depths too. So if you didn't want to use your mantas and you had the depths to do it, you could use that manta to get the power you need while unflipping your mantas to have them available again. That's a really great card. I like that a lot. Obviously, the meg did us really, really well. The anglerfish is powerful. But I mean, conquering it is well and good, but you obviously still have to get it scored all the way up, which I guess that's where the other half of the card comes in, where you can shove a card all the way to the top to get it in scoring position. Scoring, I mean, it makes a lot of sense how scoring is the way it is. You really only have 1 card in your hand. There is only 1 card in your hand, the wave teller, that lets you score 2 cards. And then obviously you got from your depths, some of the depths on the location cards have the options to score. None of the mantas from anything let you score by flipping it. So, which is fine. I feel like that's balanced to me. Let's see. I don't think I really have anything else to talk about with this one. It's a really great game. I highly recommend it solo or obviously with friends. But again, it played really well solo, especially after I added the entire character deck in there. Again, not supposed to do that. I did it anyway because I'm a rebel. So I think that is all I'm going to have for this stream. Anyone still watching or did watch it live, thank you so much for joining me. Anyone that's watching it later, I am planning on putting this up on YouTube, so if you're watching it later, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I'll make sure to have timestamps on there, so if there was something that was important that came up, I'll put a lot of timestamps in the beginning if I'm discussing something throughout explaining the rules, excuse me. If you need to go back there immediately to check it out, you can. If I made any crazy big moves, and I put a timestamp on there too, but that's kind of all subject to, what's the word I'm looking for? Subject to my own eyes, I guess. I mean, if it was a big move or not, it was probably a terrible move, but either way, it'll be up there to see. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for watching if you are in the future. And until next time, this has been the Tabletop Inn, and we'll see you next time. Take care.